Alright, I think it's about time for some Elden Ring then. I do hope we've got like the lighting correct. I've left my window a bit more open. I usually close the curtain a bit if it's too bright. Try and get a nice light balance. But yeah, let's have a go. I'll make sure you can see the game. That should be it. Yeah, there we go. And then into performance mode, so you lot can actually get some frames. I'm gonna bring it up on my phone, just so I can know that it's running fine and all that, as I usually do. There we go, leaving that off to the side. Yeah, it should be all fine. Cool. Well, into the game. Now, I'm not entirely sure where we're meant to go next. There's a proper place where it's wanting me to go. I've got a lot of signs pointing up north as being the next area I want to go to. So I guess we're gonna go up north. See what we can find. I have no idea what's up there other than the Altus Plain. I know last time I was heading around this area. For the amount of souls I was getting, I really think I should be literally anywhere else right now. It did not feel like I was getting a nice proportioned amount. Yeah, we did a good bit last time. We had an explore around this kind of area. I think is about all we did. I can't quite remember. I think we might have also done the manor up here, but I can't remember if that was in the same stream. Regardless, I'm going to want to go up to here. The Sea the Water River. Or probably more likely pronounced as Sea Water. Probably not Sea the Water. Imagine having a river called that. Be a rather fitting name though, you must admit. Yeah, last time we decided 2 axes was better than 1. And I'm planning to see if that still follows on through as being correct. Now, I do want to make my way up to this. That's my current kind of goal for where I want to go. I aren't entirely certain if it's a good place to go. I'm entirely... That's not a good thing. So it does 3 sparks, then it settles down. Okay. So going up towards the Volcano Manor. It's my initial plan because I got an invitation for there. It kind of feels like a place I should be going. At least at some point, not entirely certain now. But I should be going up here. And yeah, looks like corpses hanging from a pole. I'm also seeing either a reflection or a wall of fog over there. I'm assuming wall of fog means I need to hopefully go this way. I don't know, unless that's like the back way out of somewhere. It's entirely possible. Also, as these bloody basilisk things, we've had them in other games. That's fine. It's really not. They are able to petrify, and in this one, it looks like rather than petrification, it's just instant death that they give you as a status effect. How kind. How kind. Yeah, I was about to say, are you friendly? He immediately stands up wanting to murder me. Yeah, I wonder what's in here. It needs 2 different keys. Presumably it's something good, right? I mean, immediately my thoughts are, oh no, it's going down. I thought I would be going literally anywhere else. So... yeah, what does this cave have in store for me? I mean, nothing immediately. My hope is it goes down to the bit of the manor I saw that was underground. But I don't know if it will. That's not any way really confirmable. Also, there's a man over there. That looks like it'll be a bit of a pain to get up. No enemies are going to climb up there. But man. Just a man. Nothing special about him. Well, that's fine. I can murder a guy. It's fine. See? He's been murdered. Like, I wouldn't lie about that. It genuinely is fine, this one thing. God damn it, there's a bot. Give me a sec. Bot is banned. Lovely. No more bots. I don't know if banning them even helps. I like keeping the chat clean. Also, I need to actually get rid of the bot's usernames so I can see the messages if they come in. But yeah, immediately I'm thinking crystal moths. So that's presumably a later area part of the game. Crystal moss is used in getting rid of scarlet rot. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, we don't have anything else to really craft, so maybe we could make some. It's nice to have antidotes and such. And yeah, it's looking as if this about takes me to what I was hoping for. I wasn't hoping for Poison Swamp, but I'm sure I can just run on through and I'll be fine, right? You've got a spot to sit in. This is fine. We moth or something flying around the room, but we don't need to be concerned about that. That's just a moth doing its thing. Okay. Quite a large area. It looks like that's the way I need to go. I do kind of want to go investigate the back wall first. That being the case though, I still do need to get rid of this. It looks like Frost does some good damage on it. Yeah, when that builds up. I thought I could kill you off. God damn you. God damn you. Okay, item over there. First thing I want is item over here. That's just some poison grease. You know what, we are in a poison swamp. I might just let myself get poisoned to make this more manageable for myself. You know these like mushroom guys, I've seen a couple of them in the past. They do just create poison on you, so let's just let myself be poisoned. It's fine. It's part of the username, I just need to be willing to accept it. Poison's not even too bad, to be honest. Like, it's not great, that's for certain. Like, if I could not have poison, I'd happily accept that. I like how I tried to murder him, but for some reason locked on to people miles off in the distance. That's kind of the game. Yeah, we've got people up the way. How did you get up? Just like over here? No, it's not a way through in there. That's the way I came from then. Presumably this way takes me up somehow? No? No, seemingly no. I'm just gonna leave then. I'm sure I'll find a way to murder him later. It's fine. And before I jump down big hole, I'll have a quick check of the sides. Yeah, there was nothing. Okay, way out. The way out is promising. We got cave to go further in, then light gradient possibly takes me up to those guys I'd seen before. That's my immediate guess. I don't think it's a very promising guess. Be careful though, because we do have rats. While they're not the most dangerous, they're a bit of a pain to fight. Especially larger weapons. Also because of their colour, a bit hard to see in the dark. Just got me to. I mean, there's a person. Ah, that itch my nose. That's almost dangerous. There we go. So we got to you. If I'm remembering correctly, yeah. There was another kind of person up in the grazed areas, I want to say. Yeah, that was the person who has been standing here. That's all I've got from coming up here. That's it. Or... no. No, there's more. Got people praying to plant. Why would you pray to a plant? That seems silly. What's a plant gonna do for you? I mean, it's gonna try and poison me, but I'm already poisoned, so I don't really care. I mean, let's just murder it. Here we go. It's not doing much. It can't do its big kinda bombardment attack. Because it's got just no area above it. I wouldn't have thought anyway it could. It might be able to. And sadly, I didn't quite kill it before it got more poison on me. Unlucky. But we have killed a plant and... yeah, a whole set of mushrooms. Now, while normally that sounds like a bad thing, I like the idea of dressing up as a mushroom. Wrong button. How heavy is the mushroom stuff? Very light. And yeah, it's just mushrooms growing out of my head. Interesting. I mean, immediately my thoughts are, its immunity is insane. Same with focus and vitality. It might just be a mushroom, man. Doing the best a mushroom can. Look at that immunity. In the right places, that's going to be amazing. Of course, I mean, I am in a poison swamp kind of area now, so definitely the right area for it. It does give up a lot of my damage negation. It does mean I can have my genitals covered up by just a very conveniently placed mushroom. And the fact that I've got like some underwear. I quite like this. I'm just the mushroom boy now. An anchor. An odd thing to come across. I'm happy I got it. Like, that was the fun thing to just come across. Yes, my poison is not going to go down very quickly now because of all my immunity. Or, no, I think it's going down as quick as before. I think it's fine. I don't think expanding pool has changed anything. Yeah, leaves me up a way out over there, and that is it. Let's drop a heal because my health's getting a bit low. Head out. Is it still poison swamps? No, we've got a big hole though. Big hole. We've got a stake, which makes me think there's a boss down the hole. Yeah. Well, I've never been one to say no to jumping in a hole. What are we gonna find? Immediately rats. Well, rats. I completely missed you for the most part. It gets us poison bone dart. That's not as good as it sounds because I can just craft them. Can't I? Yeah, which way to the boss? Okay. That's the boss. There's another path. I jump down the hole, go to my immediate right. That's the boss. What's over this way then? I mean, crafting an item. Crafting an item. Item's alright. Not amazing. Not terrible. It's alright. Yeah, if we're fighting a boss, what are the chances of actually being a boss if it doesn't use physical damage? Also, I should probably go over to this as my main armor. Between these two, this one just looks better, except worse at like magic, lightning, and yeah, holy damage. But we're not gonna go against the holy things. Just don the fancy trousers. Over here. Yeah, these Godric Knight Greaves are just better. My man's kind of a bit peculiar in his get-up. Like, is it the helmet it's letting me down? I think it is, but it's just such a better helmet than everything else I've got. Versus Pierce and Holy, I guess I could do the Clean Rot helmet. It's not much worse. Better versus Pierce as well. Magic and all that's about the same. You know what? Sure. That looks fine. Clean Rot helmet also comes with a really nice fancy cape. Okay, never mind. I've changed my mind. Clean Rot helmet it is. I like that red cape. It's lovely. Yeah, boss time. Who am I fighting? And it's in a poison swamp. I should have known. I've fought your kind before. Your bosses? In the area? Okay. Like, the ranged attacks are worrying, but that's about it. The rest of him's honestly more than manageable. Like, that's him already gone. Presumably they've got like a second phase or something, right? Because these guys are just everywhere in the, like, Carrion Mine that I went to. You know, that was it. That was it. I get a talisman. Hooray! Equipment, talismans. Increase immunity is my immediate guess. Poisoning or rot vicinity increases attack power. Interesting one, that. Very situational buff. How big's the increase though? And I mean I did expect strong foes this time. Like the message that was quite simple. Clearly just having 2 axes is actually a superior way of fighting. Yeah, I do want to get rid of my poison if I can. There we go. I think that was worth doing. That was worth it, wasn't it? We don't have enough to level up. But yeah. It's nice getting mushrooms. I do need to make sure to get a nice, fashionable set of armour though. Like exile armour? Over Carrion Knight. Possibly. Worse vitality, worse in a few areas. Have a straight comparison. I mean, robustness is better. Poise is better. I do need poise. Weight's nicer to me. I think it'll match my outfit more. As for the rest of these, soldier gauntlets are just nicer. I'll use them. I'll somewhat match, and yeah, my trousers stay as they are. Interesting get-up I currently have. Also, the trousers, are they the right one? Yeah, they are. I thought they looked a lot more worn than usual, but alright. Fair enough. It's just my character now. I'm liking him. I am. I arguably do not need this helmet. I can go back to the Exile one, but I like the red. A lot more fun than having just a daft looking kinda mane as a cape. Anyway, got 2 paths. Over that way, over that way. I'm thinking keep the left. Because, yeah, I saw like a staircase, seemingly. Right, grab that. I'll have people jumping down after me. Seems though I can't get up to that staircase, so I mean left was the immediate best option, because it's immediately been just sorted. We don't have to ever go that way again. Yeah, what are we dealing with? Undead types being thrown down? Jumping down? Something of that nature. What exactly are we going up to? Because if the corpses are being thrown down, it makes me think maybe it's not the most friendly of places. I do want to get on top of wherever this mountain is. Like, is this a volcano rather than a mountain, maybe? I don't quite know what hit me there. But thank you, game, for damaging just the horse. There should be a way up. There should be. Because we did definitely see there were stairs. Stairs have to be coming down from somewhere. So, presumably, we will bump into wherever we're wanting to go, I guess. Yeah, just a quick rest. I didn't murder anything, did I? No. I don't actually get anything to level up, but that's a shame, but what can you expect? I mean, if you don't murder things, you're not going to be able to do the level up you weren't able to do. Clearly, it wants me to go up to the main gate. That's probably the Volcano Manor. However, I've noticed there's this little path off to the side where we have jellyfish. Jellyfish! Pretty much passive. However, they guard like a single item. If I grab this, is that going to be them going hostile? No, in the past, they've always been around something that's being guarded. Also, we've got various people fighting. We've got like flamey cult people against... I don't know who. I'd like to say Godric type, but we're not from Godric. So I don't entirely know. He seems quite tough though. If that was a lot of health he had. Maybe I should not be fighting everyone I come across. Maybe I should leave some of them be. Oh no, he's noticed me. Okay, now this one's fine. He's fine. I was worried he'd be worse because his friend had a lot of health, but nah, he didn't even hit too hard. Firemonk armor. I'm not entirely keen on the current set. This next one's just better. Doesn't put me up to heavy. Also gets rid of my nice cape. I liked my nice cape. I go around shirtless, but that's excessive. Okay, Exile, and if we compare stuff... Honestly, the Exile's just good. This is better, but the cape doesn't exist. I want to have a cape. God damn it. If it wasn't for the fact I got rid of the cape, I'd 100% be using it. Is that invisible wall? No, it's not an invisible wall. It was just me not being able to walk up a slight ledge. They've gotten into the fort. I help but think Guy Big Hammer could be a boss. Does he have a name? Or no, he's just like Mr. Volcano Head. Got it. There's fire magic. He has big hammer, and he hits hard with it. That's understandable. But yeah, just continue to whack him best I can. Do the jump attacks. It's not the most damaging. Kind of expected worse from him. And okay, he can just charge at me, can't he? Okay. I mean, he's dead, so that's that. And get his weapon. As much as I want to use it, it's not an axe. It's a colossal weapon. I don't have enough strength. Yeah, colossal hammer, appearance of roiling flames. Weapon of the prelates who lead the fire monks. Heft represents the weight of their guardianship. Hammer's head is usually substantial, and strong attacks will fling foes into the air. I mean, how's the attack pattern? I need to do it two-handed. It seems that it does just whack in the same pattern continuously with the basic light attacks. Their attacks knocks enemies into the air. Okay. I mean, yeah, I can see that. I am gonna go back to just using an anchor and my executioner axe. I mean, it was nice to find as a weapon. That's an obvious item. No ambushes? No ambushes. Okay. Obvious item is the cookbook. Fair enough. It's just the cookbook. I understand. Yeah, be careful up here. What have we got? We have opens chest with a message inside, various items. The wretched fools. They'll never find me. We'll never find you? I mean, I see a guy over there. He stayed quiet, maybe I wouldn't have found him. Fire Scorpion Charm. Now, I found a... Was it a Holy Scorpion Charm? That should be equipable fire damage, right? Yeah, raises fire attack, lowers damage negation. It'd be nice. Yeah, hello. I'll survive, I swear it. I'll soon be back at Volcano Manor. Okay, so this wasn't the Volcano Manor. What the hell is this place then? I thought this was the Volcano Manor. I assumed maybe a manor. A bit of a grand way of speaking for it. But, yeah, no, apparently I've just completely avoided it. Let's be heading that way. How do I get the Volcano Manor? Is that possible immediately from here? I don't know. All I know is I'm not allowed on my horse yet. It's a shame, but I'm assuming it's because this was a boss arena. Boss arena of sorts, anyway. That presumably means the fire monks are fighting against the Volcano Manor's foot soldiers, or whatever they are. We've got a lot of fire monks, that's for certain. Can kill these ones without too much bother. I can even do it from horseback. And oh, no, never mind. I should kill them all because they apparently have quite long range attacks. Just murder them quick. I was gonna leave them be, but then they decided to try and murder me, which I'm not gonna stand for. Can't try and murder me, only I can do that myself. Yeah. So fire monks means for some reason they're following a path of enlightenment through fire. Is my immediate guess. Now, I've fought one of these things before. I know what its deal is. I know that we want to just charge an attack and hit you best we can. Mr. Guy in the back. We need to get up to him, give him a big old whack. That did plenty. Let's continue to try and get around the back. Up. One last hit. There he goes. I don't know what this thing is, but I mean, it gives you fire blossoms. It's the second time I've murdered one, second time I got fire blossoms. Possibly a guaranteed reward? My assumption, because they're definitely unique looking enemy. Not if they're necessarily actually unique enemy. They look rather fancy, those fiery head things. And, okay, now there's one over there. Is that guarding something? Look at the guarding. I mean, presumably nothing. Although no. No, it was guarding. Sacramental buds. I mean... Here? I guess? I'm heading south, by the way. What am I trying to get to? I still know where I want to go on the map. I've got a waypoint to it. It's pretty much the opposite direction from where I'm heading. I'm just following the terrain around. Dude, honestly, God knows where. Got a procession of those fiery heads. Ignore them, it's fine. Yeah, just... Ow! Okay, they can really murder if they try. Okay. So while they are fiery guys, they can create like bleed thorns or something. Some kind of thorn looking stuff that bleeds you. It's gonna call it bleed thorns. Now, for over here, my immediate guess is don't step in it, that's a bad idea. And it's probably a sensible guess, all things considered. I should maybe not be fighting this guy. Why am I fighting this guy? I mean, I kind of just came across him. That's my only kind of stake in this, is that I found him. I kind of want to try and murder him. The slam his blade into the ground, that's fine. Need to be careful of this. That's just a ranged attack, it's all good. We've missed his head there. He's pulling his sword back, still got hit by it. Back away. It's got more health than the other magma drakes I've fought. Or magma worms, sorry. Not a drake. Gonna charge again? Gonna charge again, yeah. I think I timed that fine enough to reduce damage. He's doing it a third time, god damn it. If he hadn't done that a third time, I feel it would have been fine. I do. I don't like magma drakes. Or magma worms, sorry. Because you can just spam that one attack, which stops you from attacking him, because he's putting stuff just next to himself. Like with all the magma enemies, putting it next to himself. And I have noticed, I can summon my man. So you might as well. Get him a summon, he'll help out, and he's charging. Okay. That went quite badly. Heal up. Still don't like this guy. Hopefully he's not just focused on me this time. He doesn't seem to be. Hand dig into his flank and he doesn't seem to mind too much. Behind him, so be careful. They always have a 180 kind of attack. But yeah, knocks him down, get a crit. We're doing fine. Follower is helping. At the very least it's being a bit of a distraction. Yeah, back away from this. Spitting out more magma, we're fine. Watch out for that. Is he gonna do what the named one of these guys did and make his sword all fire? Is what I'm a bit worried about. I don't know if I should be, but it's what I'm concerned about. Also, he's kind of surrounded me in lava and is now going after my guy. Fine, he's just spitting out more magma. Get away, he's doing a big slam. I couldn't quite get away from that, but he's going to charge or something, no? No. Okay. That's fine then. Can probably get another crit in a second. Yeah, there we are. I thought he was about in crit range. Is that him about dead? About dead. We did trigger frost with that, so don't get too cocky. Damage was higher than it would have normally been, but I think killing him with this, it's just like one last hit. There we go. Great enemy. Huh. I mean, we get new power at the Dragon Cathedral. So, that's good. Yeah, be careful up here. You can see slightly
where the stone turns into magma. Still be careful, because we don't it's items. We don't entirely know what's going on. There is items over there. I'm gonna regret this. I can see the volcano manor, it's up top. It's clearly not the way I've drawn the round that I need to get to it. However, I do want the items in the magma over here. Just... I'm sorry, horse. See, it's fine. The horse is fine. Apparently, it's partly fire resistant. That's good. It's just golden runes. Anything up this way? I can just keep jumping the horse. Nothing. Let's make my way back, it's fine. We do have solid ground there. The horse has seen better days. But for the most part I'm fine. Now, I do want to be worried of these guys, because they seem to have annoying bombs. They're also not dying in a single hit from horseback, although they are close. And okay, I thought that was all of them for a second, so stop to have an itch. Bad move, that's just... He's dead. Lovely. I do need to get to Site of Grace. There's bound to be one around here, right? Graveyard, which... I mean... is usually a good sign. It's usually just a bunch of free rune. However, I've seen some before where kind of spawned enemies in as you're looting the place. I think that was in the Hailed Wilds. This way looks promising. We've got one of those summoning sites. We've got one of those statues. I don't know what those are. Statues with a crack in them. Got to have some kind of significance. They must. If they didn't, I would be completely amazed. Because, I mean, why otherwise would you have fairly unique looking things about the place? What was the message say? Dump the bloodstain. Beast required ahead. Necessary item ahead. Could this be a hole? Maybe you can get an item that lets you just destroy the statues later? Maybe it's a spell or something? It says beast, does that mean I need to kill the beast clergyman? Possibly. And oh, it's a bear. That's a rune bear. Does it know I exist? Apparently not. Now, I don't necessarily want to fight it. I do want to get to that house over there. So that doesn't leave me a lot of choice, does it? I kinda need to just be careful. Go along here. Finish off this guy nice and easy. The bear spotted me. Not that he's able to get to me. I wanted this item. Gravel stone. That's just gravel. And he just killed his own cub, or whatever. He just killed his own friend. Can't believe it. What a terrible, terrible bear to be murdering his own kind. I'd never murder another tarnish. I'd never do that. Yet this bear goes around murdering his own kind without a second thought. Managing though, so to keep whacking him, he doesn't stagger easy. He must stagger, but he doesn't stagger easy. I think this is the first time I've ever gotten a crit on. If I did plenty of damage, and I've been kinda knocked down by the demi-human, it would seem. Fine though, just need to get a heal in. I'm fine enough taking a hit. He has been frosted. Because he's been frosted, think he should be somewhat manageable. I do still want to heal. Be mindful of it and try and get a heal in if I can. Yeah, maybe now. It's a fine enough time for it. We're managing. I don't know how many more hits we need for a crit, but it can't be too many. Although I think he might die before we get a crit off. There we go. Ah, hello Raven. Good to see you. I appreciate you dropping by while you're just doing your work. I murdered a bear. I'm on my way to Volcano Manor. However, I also really want a Site of Grace because I've got like 60 odd K souls. Or not souls, but you know what I mean. I've got a lot of stuff. I've got an awful lot. It does worry me. I don't want to just lose it all. That being said, though, it doesn't worry me enough to make me consider going all the way back for the Site of Grace. It's just mild concern more than anything. And we need to add an item. I'll take some volcanic stone from him. Yeah, down to here. Do these buildings have any significance whatsoever? I don't know. I mean, presumably yes. I mean, why would there be a building here if there was nothing about it? Yeah, no illusory walls, so we are fine. But this building has an item. That's good. I like items. Rolling magma, I think that was a spell. I kinda skipped past it accidentally, but I think that was a spell. I'm never gonna use spells. I know myself well enough to know that's the case. Also, I won't leave survivors if I can help it. Down he goes. Need to make sure all the demi-human guys are dead. Fairly certain they are demi-humans. I think I've gotten the right name for them. And we can summon Steve, but my horse didn't die, did it? Yeah. Maybe it did. Oh well, that's fine. Just murder this. Get our flask back. Go! Okay, that's fine. My phone's not getting anything important for me. It did give me a notification buzz, but nothing important, so it's fine. Now, this looks like a Site of Grace. Yeah, this is a Site of Grace. It's exactly what I wanted. I also got a nice crossbow. I don't think I'll ever do ranged attacks on people. I mean, it seems boring. I mean, I've got this ability, which pulls the ranged people into me, so why would I need anything else? But yeah, aside from that, level up. Just vigor. I'm kind of just wanting health at this point. Like, I have a really weird build going. I'm just using 2 big axes. That's all I'm doing. Maybe one day I'll find better axes, but I mean, for now it's perfectly good. Perfectly good. Yeah, up here. We've immediately got apparently demi-humans who are hiding amongst the flock. You're just rolling. We'll kill you because you kinda move. Yeah, demi-humans can disguise themselves. I need to remember that. Now that's... yeah, dangerous up there, but it's coming this way. Are they all on the same side? Like, I don't like the idea of this being able to just run around like that. Why is it running around so much? I don't like the abductor versions. But this one I like even less, because it's just like doing that. It's got a lot more free space than the other ones I've ever fought. I mean, I can definitely fight it. Apart from the fact my screen's like turning itself off and on again. Which is not ideal. It's really not ideal. Get off the horse. I can fight this thing better not on a horse. Although, it's still quite fast. I think it's got a different attack method if you're on a horse, seemingly. I mean, it's dead now, which is good. Maybe one day I'll get an item from them. I don't know what item I'd want, but would I want their weapon? That could be fun. I need to figure out what's going on in my monitor. I'm sorry. This is annoying me to no end. It is just turning itself off and on again. It only started that a moment ago. I'll assume it's going to fix itself. Don't know why it's being so upset at me. Let me see. Okay, it should be fine. I'm going to unplug the power supply for it. Then plug it back in. Okay, hopefully that will have fixed it. I have no idea, I really hope it has. If it hasn't, I don't know what to do. So I really hope it has. Right, up here, we immediately get, string. It's not great. We also get to murder you. Murder this guy as well. It's a big spiky club, which could maybe be decent. Murder a small one. We've got another small one's alerted as friends. You've got a big guy. I want to get off my horse to fight the big one. I'd rather be able to properly stagger him. Interrupt attacks. If I remember right, he's quite interruptible, this guy. Yeah, he's a lot more dangerous looking than he really is. He's still not the best, but he's not terrible. Let's do a heal, because I've got full flasks. I'm sure I'll get more back at some point. And... oh. I expected this. Why is there... is there a wizard teaching the demi-human? I mean... it's not allowed, is it? Yeah, it's quite a nice scene they've set up. I'll admit, but I do want to just murder that guy. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you? He's marked as an enemy, because you can lock onto him. Although I don't see why we never try to, like, coexist with anything in this game. I feel a lot of problems could be solved if we just decided not to murder literally every single thing we run into on the road. Unless they're wanting to have a chat. Fancy items? Yes, Starlight Shards. I'd assume so. But that just gets me my FP back. More Sacramental Buds. I'll definitely be taking them. Over there. What's that guy? He's guarding a site of grace. It's... oh, it's just another demi-human queen. I thought one of you a while back. This is fine. However, I do need to get them to come towards me. If I can. Because, yeah, we've got a lot of mages down there. Don't like the idea of having to deal with mages alongside this. I mean, I could do is, yeah, murder them mages while on a horse. You'd have to do 2 passes. That's fine. Okay. Do you want to fight you on a horse? I don't think so, but we could. Now, from the last time I fought one of these guys, I don't think they're marked as a boss in any capacity. They also gave me their staff when I killed them. So I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. But that was a thing that had happened. Yeah, if we've been frosted, just whack them a bunch. It's all good. Yeah, correct. Can we get a finishing blow? Think so. Yeah, that's good. That was good. And ooh, they gave us a memory stone. I was a mage, I would be very happy right now, but I'm not a mage. I don't know if that's apparently obvious from my big anchor and all that. But yeah, I am not a mage. Let's pick up items. Errant sorcerer stuff. I don't think I need that, but it's nice to have. Yeah, just murder you. 2 jump attacks and then any other attack will kill it. But that doesn't mean it's necessarily not able to kill me if I'm unlucky or not careful. But that's us about got it. Stay away for a moment and down it goes. Oh, even gets my flask charge. I like that. And yeah, that's fine. I don't need to check my phone. It's just stuff going on. I'll leave it on my lap in case you can hear it in the mic. I don't know if you can. But I'll leave my phone on my lap just in case, because there might be a few notifications coming through. Yeah, hello. You're alive? Doesn't look very alive. But he's given me Comet Azure. Which... I mean... Man, he's alive. His hand's moving. He just doesn't speak. Odd man. I need to go into here, but let's check. Comet Azure. 60 intelligence that needs. I thought Comet was bad enough. 52, but nah, 60 for this. Alright. We do have this Sight of Grace at least. What's it called up here? Primeval Sorcerer Azure. So they're primeval, I guess? I mean, the immediate place it's wanting me to go is clearly over here, right? That's bad, my monitor cut out as I was going over there. That was not nice, monitor. Don't do that to me. Not when I'm about to parkour. Let's open this. It takes me to the left. Just lead me deep underground? Like one of the underground cities, deep underground? And from the fact I can't see anything makes me think yes. It's a long way down. Okay. I mean, the Sight of Grace, apparently Hero's Grave, and there's death roots around here. Death root's fine and all, but what do I do with it at this point? Because I did kinda, like, end up with the boss enemy of East Clergyman. I don't know how. Just kinda attacked me for no good reason. As far as I'm aware, anyway. It's not an illusory of all that. Shame, but fair enough. And be mindful of the magma. Magma is dangerous. It's equally as dangerous for skeletons, I would presume. And oh, that's... okay. That was unexpected. Apparently it doesn't one-shot me. That was unexpected. Alright. I can manage him, though. But that's still worrying, isn't it? Yeah, no secret ahead there. Are there any illusory walls? I swear I'm hearing a scarab nearby. Like, up that way. How odd. Like, is there maybe one of these things? That probably would have triggered it if it was. Same there. Sky quivers, but it's quivering over here. Not over here, seemingly. That's interesting. Why is the beast eye quivering by the lift? Does that mean I need to get underneath where the lift is? Presumably. Yeah, run. I can see that thing coming up to me now. I'm gonna hide here. Just murder Skeleboy. It's fine. When he got hit already, he'll just die to this thing. But who shot me? I don't know. I'm just running. I need to go this way. I need to do a jump, and we're murdering you. Sorry, Mr. Skeleboy. You're gonna be murdered. Finish him off. His remains all burned to death. Yep. Does this guy stop? He stops here. So presumably now's my chance to run. Skeleton leaped out, but it hadn't served him very well. To go, probably now's my best opportunity. Yeah, skeleton, who would have guessed? Jump back at me or something. Let's murder him though. Fine? We're fine. Heal up. I'm worried there's something in that pit up there, so I'm gonna have a quick check after this thing goes by. Yeah, there's almost definitely something. Did I just go down? No, that ends in just magma. That ends in just magma. What if I run down? Jump over here first. I mean, immediately I'm thinking this is the way forward. Yeah. Okay, if that's the way forward, I want to go back. Let's wait for that thing. Here it comes. As it heads back up, we go. So we've also got a little passage in that bit. Don't know if it's necessarily a passage, but we've got something. I will check it out. This magma, surprisingly enough, doesn't immediately kill you. Okay. It's not an item, and the monitor keeps on cutting out, god damn it. Okay, secret passage? No. Okay, no, my monitor is really acting up. I don't know if I can play this with my monitor acting up. That's going to be hard. Alright, wait for us to come down again. We'll just head back up to our little hidey hole. Just do some rolling and such. And yeah, hide over here quick. As this thing goes back up, I need to be going with it. Yep, here we go. Missed the jump. But that's fine. That's fine. So head here. And we need to fall down to that. We fell too far. So that's not very safe looking down there. Alright. I should maybe be concerned. I'm curious what's up with this place though, 'cause it's a real pain to fight through this area. Let's run down. jump past you if I can. It's the guy coming up. Just murder the skeletons. One of them got killed. I think Nox behind me, yeah. Follow this. Oh, no, no, we're not following it. It was the wrong moment. We're now wrong. We're jumping into here, where we will murder this, get it in the magma, and then it'll die on its own in the magma. Doing fine. We want to wait for this to head down, seemingly. Have a run, and hide over this side. That skeleton's dead, so we don't need to worry about him. Come over here, get the stuff, murder skeleton, or it murders itself apparently. How convenient. Even having to kill it. Yeah, which side gives me more time? Probably running out as it goes past me here. Does that work? That works. What's that gotten me to? Got a root resin. Hooray. I mean, there's an immediate way down. This strikes me as where I want to go. Down into this room. Now, that's an enemy. Be mindful of that. And while being mindful of that, just back away over here. Because I want to see if I can find a way to use as a shortcut. Or I guess not. We can jump down here if we fall too far. With that in mind. This is a safe place. Okay. So this guy won't be a boss if it's not properly been hidden away. It'll still be dangerous. But it's someone who fought before, so it can't be too bad. We can just get him to come in close. There we go. Village's corpse. Oh, we got all his armour. Oh, that's tempting to maybe use, as well as the Elder Knight. Okay, that's a lot of new armour. I was looking at my armour a minute ago. Okay, immediately, the knight armour looks really bloody good. Doesn't take me up to heavy load either. Okay. What about the gloves? I mean, immediately, yeah, as well. They're just better. They're heavier. They're better. Over here, though. Worse versus strike damage. Better versus pierce. Better resistances. Same weight. Less robustness and vitality. The trousers as they are. Helmet, though. Worse. It's just worse. Can't go onto our fancier helmet. Compare it. Yeah, nah, just I like the immunity I get. Ooh, we get double capes as well. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with this. Why does the helmet have a cape on it? I don't know. Why do I have a cape in the torso piece? Because that's where it normally is. Double capes. You've got to love it. Like, what's better than one cape? Two capes. It's like the axes all over again. What's better than one big axe? Two big axes. Like, it's just common sense. Yeah, for here... Presumably I want to go down that way. I could want to go up that way. I've not really scouted this at all. Wait for us to come by. Drop down. We are safe. presumably in here. We do have you. I don't like this guy. I remember he was a boss at one point. Yeah, no, I really don't like him. I thought it was safe to go in. I was not. If I got a jump attack on him, I probably would have murdered him in one go. But so be it. So be it. Just make our way back, it's fine. It's a bit of a pain, but it's fine. Alright? It's fine. So run down here. That guy's coming up from the bottom. Jump over this way. They've jumped into magma for some daft reason. In comes the big thing wanting to murder me. One of them got knocked into the lava after they got killed. Come past, we run. We keep running. Try and jump straight over. There we go. That guy's dead, managed to knock him into the trap that was coming down. If we wait at this side, the feeling it might go up the way. Doesn't, okay. Worth checking. Worth checking. Gonna go down. Gonna dip into here. He's gonna die. Yep. I just need to do a jump there. Not quite there. Okay, I've lost 30k souls over by that guy in that corner. Lovely. I should have been more careful. Losing 30k souls is a lot. Oh well, that's fine. If I really cared, I wouldn't just be running around the banana, so it's all good. It's all good. Now, I wonder, if I'm quick enough, can I just continue running along here? I think I might be able to. I think I might. Just. Yeah, that seems to have worked. Now, these skeletons, they're jumping in towards me. Not that that's really worrying. But, I mean, they are. They're also being crushed by this. Yeah, on we go. On we go. I want to get one level further down, run into this corner. There we go. I don't know if going the proper way is preferable in any capacity. I really don't. All I know is I want revenge in this skit. He's a real pain. In fact, I need to fight him in such close proximity. Thanks to this thing. Thankfully, it's been killed. That's good. And all you can get is blade. A mantis blade. Is that a short blade? Some kind of curved sword. Strangely enough, doesn't inflict bleed. Also, has really low stat requirements. Peculiar. Anyway, pick the flower. I'm assuming down there is where I want to go. But I can't reliably get down there, can I? I'll have a check again as this guy goes past. He goes awfully far. Yeah, there's not any way I can get down there. Alright. Wait here. You'll go down again. I'll go up to my left. Yeah, that's fine. Ah, hello John. Let's see, I will sit. That was really not a good time for it, because I need to just be running for my life. But I will sit. Let's grab that. Whack pillar, because I know you can whack these pillars. Jump on top. Does it work as a lift? Seemingly no. Seemingly no. How are you doing, John? You doing good? I do hope you are. If you're not, then I sound like a bit of a dick for asking. God, these guys are... They're quite powerful. I expected them to actually be able to hurt me quite so bad. Skeletons really weren't anything to worry about, so I kind of expected the rest to be the same. Now these guys, they seem to be taking quite a lot. And they also have a bow, a crossbow, as well as a... just... what looks to be a straight sword. I don't like how quickly they can just fire off a ranged attack though. That does worry me. And not secret door, that's fine. Continue on my way, leave that guy searching through the remains to his own business. Want to go this way. It should work me back to the path I had seen earlier, I'd imagine. I don't see why it wouldn't. Means that this guy who's making noises, stop making noises. If you are. Trying to listen out. I can never resist this guy here. You're my next target. Get rid of him if I can. And dead. Next is you. I mean, you're killable. That's fine. And there was another one with a bow. Okay, murder. Tried to murder a second go, but that didn't work. Down he goes and almost got. I need to be a lot more careful than I am being. Yeah, pick up the flowers here. Currently looting. They're not gonna attack me, right? They wouldn't dare. And yeah, this does take me to where I thought it would. It's good to know. Good to know. Do turn on the light, however. And stick to this wall. So the other wall has an opening. There could easily be people who want to murder. I think he was standing up. So do murder anyone who stands up best you can. Okay, he does more damage than I thought he would. He also does good poise damage. He can interrupt my attacks. That's a bit mean of him. I mean, fair enough. Getting hit by a sword should interrupt your attacks. Just finish murdering these guys. Presumably if I can. I might get a charge back. It's you. Die? No, I don't get any more flask charges. It's a shame. I would have liked more flask charges, but... I mean, what can you do? What can you do? Seems I need to go up there. Which, in order to do so, I need to come down here first. Let's get wait for this to come back up. The 9-second bell in Dark Souls. Congrats! I've got no idea quite what that means. And I missed the ledge. God damn it. I mean, honestly, it's fine. I know where I'm going now. I know where I'm going. It's the thing, like, you need to just ring various spells in Dark Souls. Like, I don't know why it's important, but I'm just assuming it's important in some way. So congrats. Congrats. I'm just running through, like, magma area, which is all good fun. And jump. Just give him a whack. Does he burn? He should be burning. I guess he had iframes as he was getting up. I kind of expected that skeleton to be murdered by the trap, but okay. Ow! Don't die to basic skeleton. God damn it, me. Yeah, it doesn't look a lot like magma, does it? I promise you, it is. Hurts. I could just be really, really hot cheese, though. I think there's a definite possibility there. Also, I need to fall down. Not that far, though. God damn it, game. Why is parkour in these games always just so bad? I don't get it. I don't. It shouldn't be this hard to just drop down a ledge in a game. I hate it. I really do. Why is there a need to parkour? Maybe there isn't a need. Maybe I'm just going a bit over what I require. I still want to be doing it if I can. Yeah, just ignore the skeletons this time. I really could not care much less for them. Jump into the corner. There we go. This time I didn't get caught in some stupid ledge. Yeah, hide up here. Wait for this to go down. Now I run. I run as fast as I can. Up this way. Ignore the skeletons, they'll jump out. I don't need to care about them, I just need to get up here. This is the only way to be able to do it, I'm fairly certain. Gets me a key. I mean... That's it. Have we done this place? I think it is. I can't get out. Like that guy's kind of camping where I currently am. The illusory wall, or that lever, that's just a torch. I mean, it doesn't one-shot me. If I can't teleport out. Yeah, no, there's no way I'm getting past that. Do I just have to die? That feels wrong. Yeah, but what do I do? I guess we follow it. I just need to hope I can get up in time and run. Okay, I could. That's nice. Where now, though? Where the hell now? Also, I should have left that down. Thought maybe I could get on top, it would take me somewhere, but no, there's not anywhere up there. Why can't I fast travel in here at all? I'd understand, like, if I was in danger everywhere here, but I think, like, maybe I do just have to die. Like, to get out. It seems the easiest way, honestly. Makes me worry I've missed something. There wouldn't have been anything down the lava, would there? Surely not. I'm gonna try. Screw it. I'm gonna get myself killed to go back anyway. As I'll get myself killed while trying to find something new. Go this way. Just wanna drop down the side. There we go. Skeletons are dead. That's all good for me. Go through here. Does Sky respawn? Does. We might as well kill him again. He dropped his whole suit of armor last time. Can I get a second copy? Is that just how you could farm money from like selling stuff to vendors in the form of this guy's clothes? Okay, get a quick heal in. Need to get one jump attack, that's all we need. That didn't quite land both hits. But there we go. He's dead. Give me his clothes again. No, he doesn't. It's fair enough. Let's use a ladder. Fine. I think the real treasure was in this room. Like, the armor that I found was actually really nice. Can we teleport out of here, though? No, we can't. Okay, for this thing to come by. I'm gonna regret doing this. We need to follow him. Hide in here quickly. Keep an eye on my health. And drop a quick heal. Follow him down. I don't think there's any quick way to get down here, but I think it might be doable. Come on. I don't have time to drop a heal. There's definitely not anything down here. Yeah, there's definitely nothing down there. Alright, cool. That was that. I mean, it's worth checking. There might have been. There might have. I wouldn't put it past a Souls game to have something silly like that. Yeah, Beast Eye Quivers. I don't have any more need for Death Fruit, is the thing. Like, the Beast Clergyman, I don't know why he decided to attack me. But maybe it was either because I gave him enough things or because I gave him 2 in one go. Those are my guesses. Yeah, immediately. What was that? Wolves summoned wind? To, like, you around me, I guess? That was odd. I mean, they're not really scary, these wolves. I'm sad for murdering them. But, yeah. Was that wind? That wind confused me a bit. Alright, alright. Assuming that armour was what we got out of that dungeon. Like, I found what I was meant to find. It was somewhat hidden away, which is why I was a bit confused. I also got a stone sword key though, which, I mean, is not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah, what am I going up to now? Presumably the Volcano Manor, right? Like, I can get up there. Takes me to what looks like a bridge. Takes me over to the manor. Yeah, I'm going up to the manor. This manor's really far out the way. Can't imagine what it's like for them to get their shopping done. I mean, thankfully being on a, like, volcano, it does mean we've got plenty of volcanic ash, which I believe is good for plants. I think it is. Apparently these guys want to murder me, so do try and get rid of them. They don't want murder. That's not good. Not when I'm the one who's receiving it. Yeah, poor guys, they're just... I'm assuming not looting, but paying their respects to the dead. These guys, I mean... They seem like they're praying over the bodies. Site of Grace down there. Okay, Site of Grace, let's go activate it. I think that might be a ladder I see there on that little platform. Also a graveyard. Have I been here? No, I've not. No, I've not. Activate this. I did not mean to do that. I've got a lot of buttons in the back of my controller. I don't know if I've ever mentioned. They're meant to be down to, like, mouse buttons or extra controls or something. But honestly, it's not really got much of a use for me. Not really. Yeah, look to the graveyard. It's perfectly fine. They're not getting use out of any of it. So I might as well get some use. guy. Guy in the chair had a loyal dog next to him. He's just watching the big tree. As you do. As you do. What's this called? First campsite. Is this a campsite? Maybe the bit down the way is more of a campsite. Yeah, that looks more like it could be called a campsite. There's also things fighting down there. A scripted fight. I mean, a big ladder. Am I gonna regret this? I hope I don't regret coming down here. That one seems to know I'm here. Doesn't seem to mind that I'm here though. So I'm not in its immediate zone. Yeah, this place. Got a lot of corpses is something I immediately notice. The abductor versions, the big like Iron Maiden looking things, they're definitely concerning. Largely because they take things to a place under the volcano manor. I know because I was captured at one point and it was not fun down there. I am a little on the concerned side. Just grab this stuff. That's a taxi dog, it's got glowy eyes. Still don't know what that means. Maybe it means it's killed another player. That's my immediate guess. Maybe it just means it gives you more runes. I mean, I got 1,500 from it, which seems excessive for a dog. That place I was before... No, the place I was before was over there. It's a new place down the way. It's interesting, that. I still want to get to the castle. I don't entirely know why I'm down here. We've got a golden vow. That's presumably good. And... okay. Been invaded. I've come across you before, haven't I, in the past? I mean, you're dead. Didn't put up much of a fight. Well. That was that, I guess. What's up with these, like, invader things? They're always at just, like, weird out of the way houses, aren't they? Like, one was at a church, which, fair enough, that kind of makes sense. One was just in the middle of a bunch of rocks at a house. This one was just at a house. Grab that. Stone sword key. Not immediately useful. Yeah, well, I will come back down this area later, but I think that's me explored it enough. I want to get to the manor. I believe I have an invitation in my inventory. Presumably an invitation that would let me inside. But I have an invitation nonetheless. Now, immediate thing to worry about. You. You're potentially concerning, just murder him best I can. Now, there's also lightning. Is that from this guy? Is that just completely unrelated to this fight? I don't know. No, it looks like they have ranged weapons that call on lightning bolt. It's fascinating. I mean, I'm not sticking around to find out if that hypothesis is correct. I'm just gonna go off in this direction. Still fancy. Now, why do I get the feeling this is a boss arena? 'Cause it probably is. Fought one of these guys before. We weren't terrible until Lovandav. Good to see you. How did I beat this guy before? Can't remember. I remember him being a pain though. We were in Godric's castle last we came across him. And this one can enchant their weapons for holy damage, seemingly. Just continue whacking the thing. It's fine. We're doing well. We've got 2 Kates. We can't possibly lose. 2 Kates and 2 axes. Like, we're not overcompensating, I promise. All good. It's it till it's dead. Yeah, it's generally the weakness of things. Generally is. So I'm willing to believe that. Now, anything on the edges. I do like making certain I'm not missing anything. Wouldn't put past FromSoft to hide like a really useful item off the side of a cliff that you'd think's just gonna lead to your death. Because I don't trust FromSoft at all. They want me to have a difficult time? Not necessarily a bad time, just a difficult time. We're not here to be helped. There's your sip, John. But nah, we're gonna do a sip regardless. I'll give you another one. There you go. But yeah, this should presumably be me at Volcano Manor, right? I mean, I've got the obvious route. Or I've got this route. What the hell? Did you dig out of the ground or something? You weren't here a second ago, I don't think. What a strange little thing. Yes, hydration is important, you're not wrong. Hydrate so you don't dehydrate, as they say. Yeah, what were you looking down at? The friend or the lily? Probably the lily. Alright. Along there. That's strange. Okay. Next thing I want to do is I want to murder this. Why the hell are you up here? You don't belong up here. You're miles away from any reasonable place a deer would be. Deers don't live up volcano sides, I don't think. They like little chirpsing. I will leave them be for the most part. It's not that one in particular, because I was kind of curious what he dropped. Thought it might be something different because he looks darker in colour, but nah, it's just normal stuff. Now, I'm immediately noticing distinct lack of apparent enemies as I'm going up. I'm expecting there to be definite enemies about the place. Like I saw a few. There's that guy who just dropped down on me, I think. Don't know from where, maybe dug out the ground. Should be dungeon the area of small shield has a snake on it that can attack. That sounds cool. I do kind of want that. I'm never going to use it. I do kind of want it. Because I went into... It wasn't there. Wasn't there. It's here. The hero's grave. I found the secret area in it, or somewhat hidden area, and that had a set of armour in it. Which was nice, and... okay, so those guys fly. That's what they do. Got it. That kind of makes sense. They fly in with, like, ammunition, I guess? Like, just magma in a jar. And he's also kind of malfunctioned. Yeah, small shield in a dungeon. I'm presuming not in the manor where I'm going. It's going to be further down, because I know there's a large area down there where I've not really been. That's where I think the game probably intended me to go first, but I mean I kind of headed straight for this manor. Because I noticed it was kind of on the edge of a map. And, I mean, usually the edge of a map has useful stuff, right? Not necessarily important, useful. Where the hell is this manor? Where am I going? Isn't the manor further down than this? I feel I've gone really high up. I've only just noticed this doesn't look to be leading towards a manor, does it? Or maybe it is? Is the manor over that way? Manor... Yeah, it is over that way, okay. I'm still just really confused. It should be northwest, but like up here, kind of. Alright, I mean, I would have explored it anyway. I'm doing my best to explore everything before heading to new areas, and this one seems to be demi-humans. Alright. Demi-humans are killable. It's fine. Something I would kinda like is the more, I think it was smithing stone 3s I needed. I'm trying to get to the manor. I mean, I think so. I have it marked on my map after it got captured by an abductor virgin once. So I'm assuming it's something I want. That would have almost gone well. My weapon had connected. Yeah, I don't know if the manor's a good place to go. I'm trying to get there. It's marked as a place of importance. It's obviously very far out of the way. I honestly want to know how they get their shopping done, because I mean, imagine having to go all the way back up and down the mountain just to do some shopping. That can't be very fun. Like, if they just order like Uber Eats or something like that, just constantly. It's pure delivery boy if that's the case. And is this the dungeon? Volcano Cave. Presumably this is the dungeon. Can't see there being more in this immediate area. Also very dark. Hoping it's like the other cave, which let me just cover myself with mushrooms. It's like the best reward I've ever gotten out of the cave. I'll show you in a second. It's a lovely set of armour. That's really not very useful, but I love it. Just because you get to cover yourself in mushrooms. It looks like it should not be in any way protective. But somehow it's really good for your immunity. It could be good if I'm ever like going through Scarlet Rot or a poison swamp. Yeah, let me find it. Yeah, just mushrooms. Mushrooms found growing all over the body. Overgrown mushrooms have colonised the head. Frozen captured by Scarlet Rot. They are holy vestments that root one to the earth. By where? It's got mushrooms in my face. Got pieces for my whole body. So it's a lovely thing to just have. It really is. I'm going the wrong way to get to the manor. Also, that should be the Dungeon of the Shield. Okay. I'm not ever going to use the shield. I'm going to do the dungeon because I found it. I have to do the dungeon. I don't leave things uncompleted once I found them. I'm not that kind of a player. If I find something in a game, I will try and do it so long as it's feasible to do it. It seems very feasible. Can't help but notice this guy here looks a bit menacing. But he should still be very killable, yeah. We're doing fine. Continue to do my jump attacks. Jumping with 2 axes, it's just impressive. These are heavy weapons, I'm amazed I'm able to actually jump tall. Like, I really have not skipped leg day. And oh, that guy's not dead, I thought you were. I'm sorry for assuming that you were dead. Yeah, I'm really sorry for assuming you were dead. Apparently took quite grave offence to that. Also, I'm really struggling to hit the guy. There we go. Just drop a heal quick. Not any more people behind us. Guarded glass. They're not even good. I don't know what you use them for. Like, is that the... No, it's not way markers, is it? That's glowing stones and... Okay, there's stuff up there. Then there's also the boss. Okay, boss room has a second exit. It's my only immediate guess. And... it's just another demi-human queen. I can beat you, this is fine. Demi-human queens aren't anything too bad. Although this one's thrown away her staff. That means we've got a different attack pattern to usual. Okay, usually the queens do magic. This is now quite concerning. Back away. Going with another jump attack. Yeah, this one's more than doable. I don't know why this area is seemingly so easily done. Like, it does seem quite easily done. Because, I mean, that's her dead already. I don't know if I'm just overpowered or what. But, I mean, I found the cannon. What's that like? Is it also a weapon? And it's got a special ability? Or, no, it's just a ballista. Got a strength requirement, I just need dex. Not ever going to use it, but I mean, that's nice. More importantly, though, I'm not seeing a way up. I've missed something somewhere. Those guys came in from above. What have I missed? Hidden path. Yeah, it does not appear there's a hidden path. Unless it means parkouring. Okay, separate way into the dungeon. Next guess. Surely there's not a separate way in. I just like miss an extra path. Seemingly. Okay, now I know where I am. I know where I am. Down here should take me to where I was hoping to go, I think. Your item. Then we drop down. And this is us up above. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's not a hidden path, no. Hidden paths always seem to be quite conspicuous. I don't really need to look around too much. Get rid of him. What else have we got? Obvious corpse with a fancy item, meaning that's not where I go. Got smallish demi-human, got bigger one. Bigger one's my concern, so take out you if I can. Yep, this is fine. It's really not fine. I took way more damage than I meant to. But that's fine. Just killed him. Killed the small child one. And there we go. Items escape me. Oil shield, that'd be the snake one you were mentioned. Fancy leaf. Raven, in fact. Still don't know what they're used for. But that's quite nice. Not any hidden walls. Alright. That was just a slightly hidden out of the way area. I will have a look at the flavor text in the shield. If you're telling me it's got like a fancy attack on it or something. Like, yeah, it comes with Viper Bite. Causes poison? Okay. I will try its ability in a moment. Give the shield a quick shake to temporarily bring the bronze viper to life, inciting it to lash out and bite foes. Okay. So just shake the shield about. Look at the picture actually up close. That's just a wooden shield with a bronze viper on top of it, isn't it? Designed for gladiatorial combat, rises above its peers, particularly showy specimen. Stops the bronze snake as a poisonous breed, boosting the wielder's resistance to poison. Okay, so it has a special effect on it. How useful. But yeah, shield's ability, this should be the right hand for it. Well, it's just a small buckler. I thought this would be a bigger thing. Yeah, this is actually quite small. Like a pot was. They've stuck a snake onto it. Yeah, its ability. Okay, that actually seems quite nice. Good reach. Can you move around while doing it? Yeah, it's until you actually use it. doesn't actually have the target as its final target designated. It's not got that designated. And also, I just saw. That's a great axe with holy damage. I like my anchor. I need 20 dex to use this as a great axe, which seems excessive for a great axe, but yeah, we're not using that. Anyway, back out the dungeon. I still want to get to that waypoint, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm assuming it's in the Volcano Manor. As all my assumption is, I have actually no idea if any of that is true. I'm just assuming. And I really hope my assumption's not going to lead me astray. Also, how do I get out? Up here? I hope it's up here. Otherwise, I've gotten lost. It's not up here. Escape. That is the manor? What, like this little ring up here? I assumed the manor was this one right there. I want to get to this. I want to get a map for the area. It's probably not that way. This way? Yeah, this way. I found my way out. Lovely. I love how lost I get in these caves sometimes. Also, I should probably rest up, shouldn't I? I've used a bit of my FP testing out the shield. I'd like to be able to do my summon, if I can. If I need it. And for the rest of this... I mean, honestly, endurance isn't terrible, but I'm going to put points into vigor still. I want to line up with the green bar. That's literally the only reason I'm upgrading my vigor. Like, more health is nice, but I want the two bars to line up with each other. I've now got too much vigor. I need to put more points into endurance. I would do the same with the FP, but I really could not care much less about FP. FP for my build does pretty much nothing for me. Now that bridge, I saw in the distance. I thought it might take me to the manor. I could easily be wrong. I could very easily be wrong. There are people up here who seem to be all lightning-y types. Jump off cliff. You are the commander, seemingly. They keep hitting you. You can get your armor. That'd be lovely. And is that frenzy? These guys frenzied? That's working. I hadn't assumed that yellow flame meant they were frenzies. I assumed that was like lightning that we were doing, but no, that is them actually just frenzy. That's concerning. That's mildly concerning, that. Also, they're not giving me anything good as drops. So I really should not be bothering. Just do a quick heal, because I think I'll get my flask back after killing you. No? I still have to kill the guy down below as well then. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hello people. You're dying, I'm afraid. And also you look like a fancier one. We do want to make sure you die. Don't want to leave any of these fancy blokes alive. I would quite like to get his... That's definitely frenzy that we're doing. Quite like to get his hat or something. But, I mean, I can only hope. So I know the Godric Knight armor was really nice, and you get that early on in the game. I don't know if it's necessarily something I'd want. And also, this doesn't look to be going to the manor, does it? This looks to just go up there, unless the top of this leads to the manor. Which, I mean, possibly? It's got big, like, Go away, ladder. That ladder does not want me here, does it? Why give me the option of ladder or use the horse to just get up quickly? Why would you use the ladder? I don't understand. I mean, yeah, this is definitely not the man. Fully grown falling star beast. This is from like a meteor? I want to learn its attack patterns if I can. Doesn't seem very timed. Let's give it a whack. It's a lot of health. I know I was complaining about it being somewhat simple before, but I don't think I wanted this. Yeah, got my follower. He's gonna help. He's helping. He's taking aggro. I just need to be able to get in and do some attacks. Looks like my follower's managing to hold on somewhat. We're managing as well. Come on, just continue doing jump attacks. We can maybe stagger it, get a crit. This is entirely doable. Be careful of that. That's it doing a charge. Its little pincery claws in its mouth, trying to grab me as well. Give it another whack. Can we get a crit soon? Maybe? Oh, I hadn't expected it to follow up quite so soon. Fine though. Need to be little on the careful side. Okay, never mind. We need to heal right this second. Okay, he's focused on me. Do a dodge. I don't like the terrain. I really don't. I think that's kind of getting in the way a bit. This guy's about half health. So, we're doing relatively well for our first attempt. Get a heal in. Didn't think that was maybe the best timing for it. It somehow worked out. Which is nice. Just give him a whack. Don't know if we can crit this guy. Never mind, as I'm saying that, we get to crit this guy. Is that a single eye in the middle of its head? I thought it was like a gem or something, but I think that's an eye. Back away. Nope. I couldn't get quite far enough out. That's a shame. I saw there was a big glowy purple area. I didn't know quite how far it extended. That was quite concerning. He's after my follower. Now he's after me. The big laser beam of presumably death. Also grab this. There we go. Don't know if it's actually any use, but I do want to grab what I can while I can. Continue whacking this guy. We're doing perfectly fine. Can't we use our horse? We could. We'll use the horse. I don't know if we do. I mean, so far, this isn't seeming too terrible. This is seeming doable. I don't know if I'll manage first try. Second try though, I think I stand a good chance. Just run there. Oh no, never mind, bigger radius than I thought. Damn it. I hate this guy. He's a real pain. But those AoEs are hard to actually read. Okay, just eat another potion, that was my last. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die in a second. Still alive, so I'm not giving up yet, but I don't think it's lasting long, the whole alivedness. Yeah, no, never mind. First attempt though, that went well. That went well. Got a bit anxious of him after he did the first, like, throwing you in the air for big AoE. Just because I was worried about what he'd be doing next. But now I know why this is here. It gives you the choice of do you want to be on a horse while fighting this guy. Although, it's not immediately aggroed. I mean, okay, no, now he's aggroed. The aggro radius, you can see. Really, that hit me? I thought I would have avoided that. Alright. Okay, no, we need to quickly get a heal in. Heal and... No, we need to heal again. That's fine, we didn't die. We're fine. I don't like this guy largely because of the terrain. I'm sticking with that because, I mean, terrain is horrible to fight on. I'm also just not very good. Doesn't really help. But yeah, the terrain is pretty awful. Thankfully my follower has a lot of health. He's doing his job as a meat shield pretty well. Oh, I'm somehow fine. Anyway, fine. Get some stamina back. Or I could maybe go for a cheeky attack. Maybe not. Are you supposed to time that right? To dodge it? I don't know. I really don't. Am I focusing too much on what I should be doing rather than just instinctively doing stuff now? I think I am. I just need to be doing what I think works. My follower's taking too much of this attack. Because of that, this guy is really running around everywhere. I'm struggling to really land the hits I'm wanting to. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. First attempt went really well. Second attempt, I think I was just overthinking things. Not really going with my gut. Because going with your gut in a Souls game, it really is a good kind of thing to do. Now, I can fight this guy while on a horse, is the thing. I don't know if that's what I want to do. Sounds like it would be good, but I mean, I don't know. Also, that was kind of cheap. I had meant to lock on to you, but I wasn't allowed to because the camera's a bit daft while you're trying to multitask. Okay, we're fine. Just get away from him. Okay. Be careful in case he does a massive AoE. I still don't know how to avoid that. And yeah, be mindful of this. Dodge at the right times. Although apparently changed his target and instead went for my little man. Doing fine though. Doing a grand old job of apparently getting a crit. Surprised at that. It's okay. I won't say no. Continue whacking him. Maybe it's because I've been hitting his head more so this time. Maybe that helps. And oh, we can grab him. Okay. I was just gonna try and back away and do a heal, but no, he's a big murder attack. Okay, watch out for that. I didn't know that was a thing. I assumed he was just gonna do like a swipe or something. And hello, Drainer. I'm fighting a fairly difficult boss right now. I appreciate you giving me the motivation I need. Okay, lock onto him. We need to wait for him to stop his charges. There we go. Get off the horse. Summon my man. We're going to try and fight him in the centre, but I don't want to be fighting him around the edge. This boss, or I'm worse than you, but have you beaten this boss, Trainer? I very much doubt it. You're not anywhere near this part of the game, I don't think. But, I mean, sure. I should say this is like my 4th attempt at it. So, I'm doing perfectly fine. My first attempt, I got him pretty much dead. God almighty. I don't like how big this arena is. Just how all over the place this boss is. So he jumps around a lot. The thing I really don't like about bosses, I've said in the past, bosses that move around are a real nuisance. Thankfully, he's not the most stagger resistant. So you can get like big hits in like this. I pressed the wrong button immediately, but I still think I got good damage, so it's fine. I need to be mindful of him though. I'm too close. He does big murder attacks like this. And it is ring time, you're not wrong. It's also just me dying time apparently. Let me just do a quick heal. I think I'm fine. I definitely don't think I should be fighting this guy at the moment, but I think I'm fine. Oh yeah, I just need to get good clearly. That's all it is. It's not anything to do with the fact he has a giant fuck off laser like this. Yeah, we're managing. My summons only just died. I didn't expect him to immediately follow up with another attack from that. But that's just how the game gets you, isn't it? It's got plenty of healing though. So I am doing more than acceptably. All good. And god, he really does just murder a lot quicker when you don't have summon to kind of take aggro for you. And that's the big laser. Run away. We need to be careful of this. Just keep rolling forever. We're fine. We're fine. I have to do bleed bill. Nah. It's not happening ever. I'm currently doing a bit of frost in my build. Frost's a fun one, because it has a particle effect as well. It's similar to bleed, in that it does a portion of their health as damage when it triggers. But I also think it slows them, which is what I'm wanting it for, because I have very slow attacks. Hell away, please. No, get away. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Apparently, if you don't get caught in that first phase, you can still get caught in the second phase of that attack. Oh, damn him. I hate this boss. What is wrong with him? He's got so much just crap that he does. Okay, be careful here. I didn't roll out in time. Like, I don't know how you're meant to be fighting this guy, other than just going in for occasional attacks. He's also got this, which is very kind of him. Thankfully, I've actually specced in some health for once, so I don't die in one hit, but then he just staggers you with a lot of his attacks, and then has a follow-up to kill you. Like, it's doable. I just think he's a lot quicker and harder hitting than what I expected. Yeah, we're going to beat him this attempt, but don't worry. He's dying this time, I promise. I wouldn't lie to you. I would, but probably not this time. And different starting move. Alright, lovely. And he's immediately cancelled his charge? I'm so confused. But good to hear you've got some nice Polish cookies though, trainer. That is lovely to hear. Unless you mean polish. Like it's made of like silver or shoe polish or something of that nature. In which case you probably shouldn't eat that. That doesn't sound edible if that's the case. Yeah, my follower is not doing as well for himself this time, is he? Poor guy. I'm murdering. It's fine. The fact that I'm murdering this guy means we're doing fine. I can get a crit on him, I'd be quite happy. Because he is crittable. Yep, there we go. Do a quick heal. Then we get the crit. See? I'm perfectly manageable. I'm gonna survive somehow. Get the hell away from him, please. I'm gonna die. I'm not dead. My little summon's gonna die. I'm not dead. And yeah, when he's in this phase, he can do the laser, which I think he's gonna do just now. Yeah, so just get up close, try and hide in his flank. Do if this works. It works. Okay, try not to fall off a cliff. If I can. There we go. I was really worried about falling off a cliff there, but I didn't. And he's doing this thing. Wait, roll now, and still don't know how to avoid that. Still don't know. But we're somehow alive. I should not have looked at chat. I looked in case there's something going on. There wasn't. It's fine. I can do this. I'm not gonna die this time. I might die this time. But I might not. There's still a chance. I've still got a fighting chance. I completely missed that attack. Okay, run away from this. Run away. There we go. I see your message, Drainer. And to that I say a most probable yes. What the hell? He's charging in a single spot. Odd. Okay, heal up's in about half health. He's stuck. Might have been for a moment there. Might have been for a moment. Okay. Don't like it when he does this attack, so just run. No, running doesn't work either. I'm really supposed to dodge that. I don't get it. I mean, thankfully he's also struggling to hit me. Like, the terrain's really just not kind to anyone in this fight, is what I'm gathering. So he's doing a charge. He'll charge back. Then he'll do a laser. Or not. Not in this case. Okay. Cool. Just keep on whacking him. If I can get a crit, the whole thing. I've about learnt the second phase now. So I'm happy enough to call this, like, solid attempt. Regardless of whether I win, I've properly learnt the second phase, I think. Rain's more getting in my way than him. It's definitely a positive. God almighty, is he ever gonna just let me get a hit? Okay, back away. Nope, didn't manage to back away from that. Heal up. Doing fine. We're not doing fine from that. We're doing fine though. Just come on. We've about gotten him. He's low. I'm quite low too. And I'm really in a bad spot where I'm fighting him. He's really just not getting into a decent spot. Like, this arena's terrible. This arena's genuinely terrible. I would have beaten him if I didn't get caught in the terrain quite so much. But yeah, I appreciate the encouragement, Raven, I do. But I think you've got your hopes set a bit high for me. Let's just go up. We could just ignore this guy's thing. Like, we don't have to fight him. And see, there's an obvious, like, land bridge I could go over. But I'm just not doing it. It's over to the left of me. Who's on a horse, I can easily just run past this guy. Just go that way. Also, all VIP allows you to do spam chat. I don't have anti-spam on everything. So I think you're fine. I think you're fine. Like, regardless. Okay, come on, just let me land a single hit on you. You utter arse. I hate this guy. I really hate this guy. He's jumping about everywhere. It's annoying when bosses jump around. I can't fight them when they're jumping around. All pitches anti-spam, repeated messages. Alright. So, that's just a thing, is it? I don't know much about Twitch rules or what it does on its own, and was I get hit by it? Like his shoulder blade, as I was attacking. Thank you, game. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So run up to him again. He's doing a charge, that's fine. He's focused on me, meaning my summon can get some attacks in. I don't know who he focused on in the end there. But god damn, he's doing this thing. I don't know how you avoid that. Like, did I just time the roll correctly? Because it seems to have different delays as well, so I don't really know how you'd avoid that. Just continue whacking the guy though. It's fine. I don't know why my character jumped backwards, but I appreciate it. It's very kind of you, game, to think that's what I wanted to do. And I'm stuck on terrain again as I was trying to back away. I really hate fighting in this pit in the middle. And on the bits at the edge. I hate this fighting arena. I should not have looked at chat just then. I thought he was arguing on my summon. But he came for me. So far in this game, most of the arenas where you fight bosses don't really have anything you need to watch out for unless it's like a big pillar or anything of that nature. It's to block off where you can go. This is just uneven flooring. Like, it's not nice. It really isn't. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. We haven't managed to get a crit at all. Assuming we can get one soon. I don't know though. And he's about to murder me. Or not. I got lucky. I got lucky. That was not skill. I don't know how you avoid that attack. Okay, just dodge. He's gonna do laser. He's gonna do laser. Hide in his flanks. And just whack him. Hiding in his flanks while he does the laser seems to be the move. Dodge at the right moment there. Get an attack in. He must be almost in a crit phase, right? Must almost be critable. How many more attacks do I need? And it is based on timing, this. I don't know what the timing is. I clearly managed it before, somehow. Like I said, through sheer luck, not skill. But yeah, can we get a crit? We can get a crit, thank God. I'm hoping this knocks him out of his powered up phase. Chances of that are slim, but there was a chance. Okay, just be mindful, that was his grab attack. We're fine. We've got a bit of healing left. This guy's about dead. I'm feeling fairly confident. I apparently jumped over him. I didn't think that would be doable, but I apparently did. Just wait. Okay, figured that one out. You pay attention to his mouth as he's doing that. Not that it particularly matters, because he's about to die. I need one last hit after he's done with this. And whack! There we go. I've done it. Look at me, better than you at Elden Ring, Drainer. Somber Smithing Stone. Smithing Stone 6. And a jaw. What's that jaw? Is that weapon? It looks like a weapon. Okay, colossal weapon. Gravity bolt is an attack. High strength, high intelligence, high dex. Does magic damage. That's probably a really good weapon. I'm not going to use it, but that's probably a really good weapon. But anyway, back to this obvious way that it kind of wanted me to be able to go. Go. I've got Marionette. Can I finally get to Volcano Manor? It's been like 2 odd hours since I started trying to get to the Volcano Manor. I mean, that's just every Scotsman for you. I mean, come on. You can think of a better thing to compliment me with than that. And also... yeah, that is the way to the manor. I found the right way to go. I'm amazed! I kind of thought I was going the wrong way this whole time. But, oh, I found something more interesting than that. Yeah, something I need to whack. Get back here, you. I don't know where it's going to end up. There's something here that I need to hit. There we go. Ash of Warfare. Seemingly art. It's not an interesting one. But, I mean, worth having, I guess. Guess it's just like a power shot or something. Yeah, finally. We've gotten to the manor. Let me guess. That mapstone's actually down below and I could have gotten to it easily before. Probably. Let's go get that mapstone. It's largely what I came here for. The manor was kind of second priority. And yeah, just ignore him. I can't be arsed fighting these guys. I came to fight. I don't like the marionettes. Although, I have just noticed there's hands. Oh my god, it's hands. I don't like the hands. They're unsettling. They're not all that dangerous, but they're unsettling. Little crawly ways. Yeah, just grab that. That's what I want. All I care about, really. We finally have ourselves a map. Is that going to help us in any way? Probably not. Probably not. I'm gonna head for Volcano Manor. Volcano Manor will be fine. I'm sure it won't want to kill me. It's like a big building. Big buildings are always friendly, right? We've also got a big man in front of it. Who... It's just a troll. Troll wizard, maybe? I don't know. He's got a lot of health. I might just leave him. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him. I'm just gonna leave him. The quick heal. In we go. And ouch. Ow again. Okay, just hide in here. I kinda want a sight of grace, please. Woo. Gonna let me in. Be friendly in here. Yeah, they can't get inside. It's a friendly place. Oh, thank God. It might not sound very friendly from what's happening outside. It seems to be a friendly place. We got the like little sanctuary symbol over in the far left. Also, Sight of Grace. Lovely. I do need to definitely get my stuff back. Like my health and my healings and all of that. There we go. Sadly, we don't have enough for a level. Like, we need like 3.5. 35,000. I was going to say 30.5, but that didn't work either. We need 35,000, roughly, to level up at this point. We didn't get much from that Falling Star guy. Hung Boy 666. I mean, I'm not gonna disclose anything. Also, we've got a man to murder. He's got the wheel from one of those abductor virgins. Kinda wanted that as a weapon. I said before that it'd be kinda fun to have as a weapon. He's gonna stop doing that. He is. Okay, now he's stopped, he's dead. But that was fun. That's fun. And ooh, I got his wheel. That wheel's gonna be a colossal weapon, right? Yeah. How does blood loss build up? Very unreal, lined with flesh flame blades, device of torture used by Inquisitor Giza. As the wheel spins, it causes severe pain and blood loss. Design was adopted for the iconic weapon wielded by the Iron Virgins. Yeah. Strike the wheel against the ground to set it spinning at top speed. Hold to keep the wheel spinning, and it can be used while walking to push the armament into enemies. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice, that. I'm not going to use it ever. That's quite nice. I'm not giving up at any point my anchor. If any of you thought maybe I'd see sense and use a different weapon, I'm not. It's not going to happen. Ah, hello. Good to see you, Jennifer, I'm going to just say. I mean, I could call you by your full username if you'd prefer. But, I mean, Jennifer's a lot easier. I'm doing lovely. How about yourself? You doing good? I do hope you are. It'd be a shame if you weren't. Yeah, I'm running around with an anchor. Just finally managed to get here. I've been spending like 2 hours of stream time to get here. But Starfallen Beast up there. Might have been what this was pointing to. This might have been pointing into the manor, though. I'm not sure. To be honest, I really just came up here to get the map. Like, the map was all I wanted. I assumed it'd be a lot easier. How often do I stream? I mean, quite often. Weekdays I'm doing like at least 3 days. Like it's scheduled for Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Sometimes do one on the Wednesday as well. I'll do like 3 hours to like maybe a bit more occasionally. And Sundays as well. I do streaming as well, but it's a different game on the Sundays. Currently we're doing oxygen not included, if you are interested. Thanks for figuring that out. I'm from Scotland. I'm not the most Scottish person out there. I don't sound entirely... Drainer, you can't mislead them like that. How could you?
Have you ever harbored doubts about the burden of grace and the dogmatic ramblings of the fingers? If you have...
content creator as most as an illustrator. Alright. Do you like emotes and that? Or do you like other things? Because... do you do any graphic stuff? I mean... nothing's immediately springing to mind. Like, emotes I can always do with more. But, I mean, I don't know what we'd get more with. I mean... I'm trying to think. No, not immediately. I don't know if they are a bot. I think they might be. But, I mean, in case they're not, I'm not going to ban them. Like, at least it's not been an obvious bot if it is one. Just asking you questions. I've been waiting for a reply. Ah. Okay. I mean, I'm just going to leave it then. I'm curious whoever sends up. It's also a thing for you, by the way, Raven, where you just get followed by a bunch of just like artisty types on just Twitter and that. Because, I mean, I don't really do much with my Twitter, but I'm followed by just a ton of graphic artisty types who do like streamer logos and all that. I don't know if they're bots. I wouldn't think they would be, but they might be. But yeah, I mean, at least it's a very polite bot, this one. It's a very polite one, I'll leave it around. I mean, I am followed by OnlyFans Femboy on Twitter, that is true, I can't refute the fact. Like, that is genuinely true, by the way, Raven. I think they followed because of the... if I quickly tab out so I can actually send you the emotes. I think they followed simply because they saw these emotes in like my Twitter feed. They liked that and afterwards followed and haven't really done anything else since. And then they charge... odd. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I probably wouldn't buy art just from someone offering it. I'd need to actually see stuff before. Because, I mean, I don't want to just take someone's word for it. I definitely would want to see, like, examples of stuff. Like, reviews and such, like... That's why I usually use the same person on Fiverr for my emotes, or I had done anyway. I've not had any emotes recently.
What's this?
But yeah, hello.
Have you reconsidered the prospect of rising with us against the Erd Tree?
I want to join? I don't know if I do. Like, do I? Trying to get back to your mic. Ah. Is your mic just not working at all? Is it not recognising an audio device? Is it a USB slot that's malfunctioning? Because I had that a short while ago where it was the USB slot was cutting in and out. So it was technically being registered, but only for a moment. Then it stopped. Stupid Xbox splitter. But I don't think it works. I mean, do you stream straight from your Xbox?
Very well. Your decision now.
And yeah, I'm gonna say yes to that. Cool. Like, if you're streaming straight from your Xbox, fair enough. If not, you could maybe try plugging it into the like laptop or desktop or whatever it is you're using to stream from. Because I mean, maybe that would work. I don't know. I don't know what your setup is. I'm chucking ideas out there. And get an item. Get a finger. Get a letter. And... ah! It's you! I recognise him. Well, I thank you, Draenor, for the message. Now, firstly, we got you. You're a maid from the manor. I met you before.
Brave Tarnished. It is a shame that I did not beckon you here with my own hand, but I am pleased that we meet again. Here, at the Volcano Manor, under Lady Tanith's guidance. May you tread the path of valor.
Alright. And this man? I like your hammer. It's got like a snake on it. Is that like the snake's shield?
You. What in heaven's name are you doing here? The Volcano Manor is a pit of recusants who spit at grace and hunt our own kind. I hope you understand the weight of my words.
I mean, I do.
Then you must leave. Those with weak stomachs.
I mean, to be fair,
I thought I told you.
I'm just gonna say,
what it means
I understand
to be
now.
recusant, renouncing grace and hunting down one's own. Well, as long as you understand what you're saying.
I'm gonna say yes.
You were tarnished, bred by virtue. Perhaps playing that part led you to your doubts, I wonder. But know that the path you walk is...
What point has my guy been virtuous?
only to a
I'm
miserable death.
quite confused at that.
Consider hunting any of your own kind. Think on that.
It's you, is it? Well, nice to see you again.
Why does he sound so surprised?
I see. Then we're comrades in arms henceforth. You watch my back, and I'll watch yours. Yes?
Anything more to say? Because I mean,
You're wondering about Lana.
VTubers
Well,
going
you see,
to use. I get
after
being
much
one of them's a
internal
bot.
debate, I've come to
I mean,
realize
it's because I'm not a
the
VTuber,
answer.
of course.
According to Lady Tanith, I've got the stuff of champions. And champions, ironic as it is, are oft forced to walk a tainted path. It hit me like a bolt from the blue that my former thoughts
I'm a
were
VTuber.
naive.
I mean, no.
Of course, my heart
I
weeps for
can't
Lania.
bother figuring out how it works.
Unfortunate incident was a cruel twist of fate in
Pretty much the only reason.
Succumbing to the pain and sadness caused won't make me a champion, will it? Lanya knows this, I'm certain. Fate has laid hard roads for us both, but such is true of any road trod by champions.
Alright. It's entirely naked. You're a VTuber. With a VTuber naked? Or with yourself naked and no one can see?
This blasphemous path leads only to a pitiful death. Before you consider hunting any of your own kind, think on that.
Yeah, just no one can see you.
Under Lady
Fair enough.
Tanith's gu-
Yeah, I think that's all we're getting from here immediately. Why isn't this open? Or, no, this does open. Okay, that's 2 doors we're allowed to open. This one leads to an item. Perfume bottle. It's a key item. Is that a key item? No, I'm not going to see it in there. It's a key item. Perfume bottle. Container required for crafting perfume items. A guy can wear aftershave. Oh, that's brilliant, that. I can finally have them smelling half decent. This room is... I mean, nothing much. You can climb up here. I mean, I'm happy enough hunting down my own kind. That sounds kind of fun to me, I'll be honest. It'd certainly be a lot worse. Let's see, can I get a mission? Or a side mission or whatever.
Did you read the letter left for you? That
No,
is the
not at
task
all.
The Volcano Manor does. You will be compensated once the. If you are loath to hunt your, but you must leave this house at once. This is a war against the Erd Tree.
Okay, so I need to read the letter. Fair enough, fair enough. Letter, presumably key item? Or is it all the way in the end? It's in the end. Okay. This is the one I want, isn't it? The lesser. Old Knight Istvan. Found in Limgrave. Who am I fighting? It's this guy, right? He was by War Master Shack. I mean, sure. I'm happy to murder a man. I've never been one to turn my nose up at a nice bit of murdering someone. Yeah, it was north from here. It should be the Ash of War guy. So, presumably, like, he'll drop the Ashes of War. I mean, all the ones he was selling were pretty terrible. Yeah, he should be around here, I believe. One little bit over. Ooh. Istvan. Bra på Istvan. Actually, is he? Huh? Or is it this? It's this, isn't it? Invade his world. I mean, I'm never gonna say no to invading a world. Hello, Istvan. I'm sorry, Istvan, but you don't stand a chance against two big axes. Like, it's just the laws of nature. Ah, he's allowed to heal. What a get. Alright. Done plenty of damage to him. You only had the one Estus, so he's dead. Now we just bow. There we go. Rune Arc. Get a finger remedy. I mean, I don't have any need to answer that. You've not said any kind of like, ask me anything, redeem or anything. That's simply a highlighted message. I mean, I'm not going to claim you're wrong. Use Duelist. Roll finger, red summon sign. Okay. We just have a proper duel if we want. Cool. And open the door, can we? No. Love you too, Drainer. Don't you worry. Let's fight the warrior to the last. Why against Grace will this door not open? So that's a place you can maybe get eventually. I don't know what the criteria would be, but seemingly you can. Yeah, up to here. Your thing. And the real question though is, Rainer, how about you? I need to ask you the same question. Like, I'm assuming, like, all you've had is your balls stomped on or something. Hello, I've done it.
I am pleased.
So also the answer is 0 then. Wouldn't you say, Drainer?
This is your reward, as promised.
Magma shot, that was not good.
The recusant fights to tread the path of the champion. The way is tainted, but for this very reason, it is the true path to valor.
I talk to
Now
you.
you are a recusant true.
No.
And a full-fledged
That guy
member
doesn't
of the
talk.
Volcano Manor. I am pleased to have you on our side.
I mean, we're very much similar in that regard, Drainer, so there's nothing to worry about.
I am pleased.
Okay, I just need to go, like, grab another letter. If I have a quick rest here, though, things change. They should. Reasonably, anyway. Let's see. Is there another letter waiting? I'm immediately seeing you.
Someone please kill him.
Oh.
You're tarnished. Here to put the demigods to the sword. Then please, kill the great serpent. The one that devoured Praetor Rykard. I left the serpent-slaying spear in the Lord's chamber. Worthy tarnished. Brandish the spear and run him through. The great serpent. That unspeakable monstrosity.
Okay. I mean, I was listening to this. This seems like an important kind of side mission.
Rykard's ambitions, though blasphemous, marked him a worthy sovereign, but they were reduced to gluttonous depravity once he gave himself to the serpent. Whatever that thing is, it is no longer Praetor Rykard. Someone must kill him to spare him and his ambitions from further dishonor.
Hey, that's interesting. Yeah, Drainer, I mean, I'm confused how if you think that you've allegedly got a girlfriend. Like, how does that work? Like, how does that even start to work? I'm really confused. That was what I was thinking when I looked over at the chat a moment ago. When you thought it was me agreeing, that was what I was thinking. Been separated for 3 years. Ah, there's the whole she goes to different school scenario. I get you, Drainer. I get you. We see her sometime, maybe. Can't believe you. Also, where is the serpent slaying spear? I was told to use that to kill a big snake. I'm gonna kill Big Snake. Never let her. I mean, we need to read that anyway, don't we? Letter, this one? Leave it idle. Got it. He's all the way over there. Okay. There you can't be arse going like 200 kilometers to see her. Where about she from if she's that far away? That's miles away. So that door is blocked shut.
Now you are a... I am he.
Why is one of them blocked? There wasn't a way in from above, was there? There would be a separate way to get inside. But where's the Lord's chamber? That's all I want. Oh. I wanna go grab that serpent slaying spear and we'll kill a big snake. Does this say anything? Liar ahead. I mean,
Worthy tarnished.
less than Lord's chamber. It's the only thing that can kill it. But where? Where's the Lord's chamber? I'm looking for an item. I can't find it. Like, you wouldn't happen to know that. Never mind, he's gone. I definitely won't know then.
So, you've blooded your sword in the hunt. Then I shall introduce myself once more. Banal. A recusant, just like you. Recusants have particular battle arts, styled to our methods of slaughter. Why not add some to your repertoire?
He teaches me Ashes of War. He's the new Ash of War guy, alright. I can add eruption. I'm gonna grab that. That's a special one. I can stick it on the weapons. I like the idea of doing that. Eruption seems like a fun skill to have alongside Frost. Yeah, where the hell is the Lord's Chambers? Like here, maybe? Can't open from this side. Seek necessary item? Like illusory wall, maybe? I'm gonna try what I can. I don't know how to get into there. That must be the Lord's Chamber though. I mean, there's been 2 places I've tried to get into which I've not been able to. It's got to be one of them, surely. If I look carefully. Door. Yep, door ahead. But I'm assuming around the side there's got to be something. Maybe that tower's climbable? And from there I can do various things. Fire ahead, dog ahead. I mean, sure. I don't think it's an illusory wall. Those walls are way too large. Try scout out where I'm planning to go. I'd like to try and get into that tower, then make my way along into the castle. Is my immediate guess. I don't think it's a very good guess at where I'm meant to go. Lord's Chamber. I want to fight a big snake. That's all I want. I'm not a man who's wanting much. It is just a large snake that I could maybe fight. I want to repeat the Sekiro experience. There were 2 snakes in that game. Good fun fighting both of them. But, yeah. To be honest, it's not... Ah, okay. So, why, if that is the case, are you claiming to have a girlfriend, Brea? That seems rather dishonest. Almost as if you're trying to get one up on me when you mention the facts. So, I mean, you don't have to necessarily be always seeing each other, but like you've not seen each other in 3 years. I don't think that quite works, does it? I know long distance relationships are a thing. I think the girlfriend's from you. I mean, I wish. I wish. I'll have you know that I have, like, 0 romantic prospects. I'll go down there. Eventually, yes. It'll take a long time to get down. Hi, mother. I mean... Probably not, if I had to say. Probably not. That's very unlikely that is the case. That's Panto, I mean, your father, Free. I mean, you've not even seen the guy, you're wondering where he got to. Yeah, that answer to that is no. Oh, yeah, I'm not with your father, sadly. Also, who's this big guy? Enemy. Like, worms coming out of their head? Okay, I don't like this immediately. What is that? That might be poison? Might be just straight up deafness. I don't know. Okay, just whack him a bit. Fine. He's trying to grab me as well. Which is upsetting. And get away, he inflicts death. Okay, yeah, I was correct. He inflicts Deathblight. Okay, I thought you died instantly from Deathblight. I probably could have done something there. I like how the card is just in his crotch though, as we end. Oh well. Ah well. I had assumed though, Deathblight plus instant death. Fallout 4 playthrough. I mean, maybe? I'm more likely to probably do New Vegas. Because, I mean, I've not played New Vegas at all. I think that would probably be more enjoyable for me. Yeah, he just Deathblights you this man, doesn't he? You need to be careful of him. I don't quite know what Deathblight is, but he really is quite scary. He's just vomiting? Oh, okay. I don't like this. What is he? Like, genuinely, what is this guy? Other than like a big person with some worms in his head. I mean, thankfully, I get to crit the bastard. Or, never mind, I didn't get into the right spot in time. But he's dead. He's about to die. Thank you anyway. There we go. Anything good from killing him, or... Oh. Larval Tear. Okay, we do get something good. We do get something good. Now, still no prospects in jumping. Still down the hill, I guess. Although, yeah, grab those. Fan daggers. I mean, I have a feeling that they've not seen my content. They might have. And, oh, you're not what I was expecting. I think I've fought one of these guys before, haven't I? I think so. Been a boss on both occasions. Yeah, this was the guy I fought down the bottom of, like, Godric's Smoke, or whatever it was. He gets to do this, which is worrying. But, I mean, I can still just take him out with a horse. This is fine. And damn, okay, I'm gonna get back on my horse, please. Back on the horse. I thought I could get a crit, we couldn't. I shouldn't have tried. Get away! That was dangerous. That's what I expected to happen, so it's fine. Just continue whacking the guy. And ow. Okay, last time I killed this guy, down the bottom of Godric's Smoke, he gave me a golden seed. Clearly these guys are important to kill. I don't know quite how important yet, but they are clearly to some degree important. I'm hoping this one gives me a sacred tear, but I'm doubtful of that. Sacred tears seem to only be at churches. And potentially like a kind of holy looking boss. This one's like part 3, part abomination. So, maybe golden tree seed? Maybe? No? He's just giving me tears. I mean, fair enough. He is like by a spirity tree thing. What do you call them? Like minor earth trees, I think they are. So yeah, fair enough. Yeah, anything here other than the ability to jump down? I don't think so, really. Apparently walked into flames, but that's fine. We're gonna go on a ride. We're gonna go on a ride. It's all good. Ignore dog. Dog does not matter. Why do you keep deeming your things? Look at the D-Zone becoming animated land. I mean, do what you will with it. I put it there and marked it as NSFW. Like, do what you will, as long as it's not something like genuinely off-putting. I'm fine with it. You're not allowed gore or anything. You're not allowed, like, anything too much. If it is anything too much, I'll delete it myself. So, I mean, do what you think within reason. Like, the within reason part is important. All your hentai slime girls, of course. What else could you possibly want to put in? Even any of the, like, the furry inflation stuff. How could you? Betraying my trust like that. A bit of endurance. There we go. Because ideally, I want the bars to line up in terms of, like, my health and stamina bar. Won't post more than... I mean, yeah, I had expected you not to do worse than that. I mean, I don't want to turn into a porn server if I can be helped. Which I feel it can be helped. But, I mean, yeah. What do we do now? What do we actually do now? I can't check the map currently. But, I mean, I'd expected that manor to have more to it. I guess we just head out to the east. Unless, no, we'll head over that way. Don't murder a guy. Where is he? Up this way? Must be down or something, right? Must be. He's down there, isn't he? Oh, damn him. God damn him. Like exactly where I did not want him to be. Alright, I can get him. This is fine. I'll find a way. I always do. I always do. Jumping straight down here seems like a bad idea. Yeah, bad idea. Bad idea. That's fine. And it's good to know you have your folder still. I don't understand it. I really don't care. Like, you keep acting as if you're going to cross the line, but I know you won't. Like, you're not going to. I know you well enough, I feel, to know that the kind of person to just say you'll do stuff like that. You won't. You won't. You don't have the balls for it. You thought even ladies were going over the line. I mean, it's an NSFW chat. So long as it's not anything like disturbing or against server rules, like it's fine enough. People should know to stay out of it if they're not wanting stuff that's NSFW. And USB drive. Ah. I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess. I mean, personally, I don't have any myself, so I am a good streamer boy. I do not have any of the lewd stuff at all. And I found Fancy Butterfly. Okay. Interesting, hadn't expected that. What am I doing to get down? I don't know. How do I get down? Just need to, like, fall from here? That seems like a bad idea. Any less bad ideas if I go along this way? Yeah, no. Not really. Not really. Most beautiful art tools. I'll read that in a sec then. To find safety if I can. Here we go. Grab berries. Okay. What's for art? Looks like made by Da Vinci himself. Someone made an MS Paint. That's what we're most popular unless you pay for premium. Really? That just sounds like a scam right there. Anyway, let's murder a man. Hopefully. Okay. He does a lot of damage and inflicts scarlet rot. I don't like this guy. He's the Scarlet Rot man. I mean, Scarlet Rot's not terrible to deal with. Like, it's not instant death or anything, but it's still not nice. Especially not nice when they're trying to murder you. But yeah, he's got his healing in. That's all good. One last hit like that, and a jump attack and he's dead. Oh no, he's not dead. He's not dead. Come on. I need him dead, please. Just learn to aim your jump attacks, Mr. Dark Souls character. Okay, there we go. Looks like it's a Japanese website, so of course to make transactions. Okay, yeah, fair. Fair enough. Yeah, I've murdered a man. I'm enjoying the whole man murder thing. It's good. It's good. I get a vial and black key bolt. Still don't know what a key bolt is, but I've got a black one. Isn't that good for, like, racial equality or whatever? Okay. Look at a map. This is a castle that's sunk into poisonous swamp, or if it was built inside a poisonous swamp. I'm going to assume those slugs inflict poison. Definitely a poison swamp. So I'm gonna grab the item that I saw these slugs gnawing on. Murder those so they don't attack me. Golden rune. Can I jump in there? Quite possibly, actually. Yeah, there we go. I don't think you're meant to do that. But I did. So, there we go. Also, I really hate this guy. I've fought him once before. He's a real nuisance of a man. He has lots of fire on him, is the main problem. And I thought he was dead. Okay, that's fine though. It's fine. We're doing perfectly good. I'm dead? Yes, I'm dead. Come on, you can't just tell me the website without sending me a link on Discord. I mean, please don't. Please. But, I mean, still, I can't believe you. The nerve. Not to think I'd immediately go visit it after the stream. Oh god, he can open up his chest to spit out a bunch of poisonous worms. Or maggots. Oh god. Okay. Be careful of ranged attacks. I thought in the past these guys were just a standard, like, occasionally they're respawning kind of dudes, but now they're ranged attacks now. I don't like poison, but it honestly isn't all that bad. If you get it, you can just keep yourself healed up between fights and that, and you are completely fine. And murder you, please. He's doing a back pedal. He's doing an Estus, or whatever you want to call it. It's like Crimson Tears, I think. Just be careful and murder when you can. Likes his fire, which does worry me. I don't know if my fire resistance is all that great. But they're dying without too much hassle. Now, immediately ladder over there. stuff around there. Get on the horse? No, we can't do a horse. I thought it might have just been on the walls, we couldn't, but we just can't in this area at all. Wonderful. Can I get up here? Yes, I can. Feeling poisonous basilisks? No, these are death ones. They're inflicting death. I know the colour of that card. Why are these always an enemy in every FromSoft game? Like, we're not even a fun enemy. Don't call that cool or anything either. Just kill it. Whip. There we go. Gonna get poisoned if I'm here too long. But I'm getting instant death, so... I still don't know if it is instant death. I think it is. I don't know. I don't know. Climb up onto the roof. We're gonna kill off this one. There we go. Get out of the death fog. And grab whatever this is. And I'm going to be very careful of this death mist that they're spitting out. I've pretty much lost all my immunity. Okay, no, there we go, we're fine. Got poisoned, that's more so on me than anything else. Yeah, one of them... You're looking a lot more green than the others. One of them here. Just try and kill him. Yeah, that's all careful. Need to be massively careful. It's definitely killable. There we go. Us? I think that's us. Back we go. Next, check around the grounds. Because we are poisoned. Check Poison Swamp now. Before anything else really needs to be done. Yeah, these slugs, they die in a single hit from a basic attack. So they're not anything to concern myself over. Up here, got little rotteny man. Then he goes off, we can pillage him and get a toxic mushroom. I do like a good mushroom, as I've always said. Now, item, and where's the guy jumping out? Not immediately anywhere. That always concerns me whenever I see an item. Yeah, we've got another item down there. We've got a few people here. That guy... Yeah, I thought I backed far enough away. I don't know how he grabbed me. But lovely. He didn't touch me, did he? When he did his lunge? I feel lied to. Oh. I mean, I could just end the stream here, honestly. I don't know if I can be arsed figuring out the way back down there today. I'll do that probably on Thursday. I have noticed though, there is Peninsula over there. I do want to get to at some point. We've also got more maps. There and there. So where is this? Divine... Ah, I've been at the Divine Bridge. I know that place. But yeah, that is that for now. I am way too hot in my room. Yeah, I'm loving this game, as usual. It's a lovely time. But yeah, we're leaving my man with a helmet. Apparently no face inside. Here. I do appreciate everyone coming along, and I do hope you've also enjoyed. That's all for now, so hope you enjoy the rest of your day, or evening, or whatever it may be as well. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.